Hello everyone, I'm SuperDazza.
And I'm Purley.
And welcome to the SMITE Community Podcast, the podcast where we focus on the SMITE community from the past 2 weeks, whilst Purley knows absolutely nothing about it. Do you know absolutely nothing about it this week in terms of official stuff?
Yes.
Adam? You do know absolutely nothing.
Okay, I feel like something big's happened, if you're saying that.
Something big has happened. You could say that.
Well, actually, I wasn't the cool when you were talking to people about something, but I was half listening, and I've forgotten what it was.
Now, there's a lot more than just something big. This weekend, so we're recording on the Saturday. This weekend, starting yesterday, ending tomorrow on Sunday, has been HRX and SWC and stuff like that. And obviously, this podcast, we try to not talk too much about esports because there's a lot more podcasts about esports out there. But I feel like there's going to be some esports stuff kind of just like inevitably going to be spoken in this one because of HRX and stuff.
Also, this is going to be uploaded the Sunday evening.
Yes.
That'll be probably after
GMT.
HRX, just so you're aware.
This will be uploaded before the finals. But,
right.
But to be honest, people will probably be listening to it after the finals. So congratulations to for winning the SMITE World Championship.
Just say every team one after the other, and we'll just cut in the right name at the last second.
I mean, we're uploading before anyway. We can't just cut
upload
in.
two.
Upload two.
Because
upload
one for each team in the final, and then we delete the one that's wrong.
Upload 4. Yeah, okay, sure. That's not a bad idea.
What I was saying, we're recording this before any of it starts, so don't expect any coverage on what happened.
Apart from yesterday, where there were 4 big games.
Yeah, apart from that. Look, I'm the one that doesn't know things. And I should stop pretending to know things.
Then why are you trying to claim that you do? Right, okay, we shouldn't waste time because... Right, okay.
Okay, let's go.
Usually, I have about maybe a page and a half for the whole podcast. For just the official section, I have 2 pages.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff, and all of this stuff that we're going to be talking about. So there was no technical patch notes. So I'm not entirely sure what they're doing with patch notes or whatever, but I think they might just carry it on in 2 weeks' time. I'm not sure, but that doesn't mean we haven't got a ton of stuff. So obviously, patch notes section we're not doing. Official section and community section are going to be kind of intertwined in this one. This one's going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
It is a special one, so we're going to kind of talk about the official things, and then in some cases talk about how the community reaction to those things.
Nice, fancy.
And I mean, if we get time, I do have a few proper community stuff and suggestions, and as well as an end section, which for the very first time, you know what it is, Adam.
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a special end segment.
Yes, definitely.
So I needed to know what it was,
So
but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, so this is going to be a big one, and it is our 10th one hitting double digits. So yeah, it should be a special one. So all of this official stuff is in no particular order necessarily. It's just kind of everything that I have found, every kind of post that's kind of summarising everything that's been announced this weekend for SMITE. And I've just kind of rolled it into one. I haven't really ordered it or whatever, but yes, there is a lot.
Okay, we'll get through it. Go.
Yes. So let's first discuss the Ares Tier 5 for the Heroes Odyssey. A little bit more has been announced from that. There was a cinematic video, and it goes over kind of the skin's lore. Now,
does it have in-depth lore?
I know. Well, I know some people, and I think you don't really care about in-game lore.
I'm intrigued if it's something different.
Well, I will. Okay, I'll explain the kind of lore. I mean, there wasn't a huge amount more. I mean, the card art was revealed, I think, for the first time. But yeah,
did they change? Sorry,
okay.
I interrupted you. But because
How dare you?
last time I remember they changed the concept art they were giving out. We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
It was very different from the original art
Yeah.
that people voted based on. I don't know if they've gone back to what people voted on, or...
So what it looks like is they've kept what they wanted.
Okay.
So yeah, from what the cinematic looks like anyway, he kind of starts off as this kind of almost knight person, and then finds a shield. So
Then turned into a day person. Sorry.
That was terrible.
Sorry, I'm ashamed in myself.
Yeah, you should be. So essentially, his lore is from the cinematic is he wants to stop being, in kind of his words, he wants to stop being shackled. He wants gods to stop being shackled by the worship of mortals, right? So he wants to kind of he wants to just overcome. He doesn't want gods to exist just to be worshipped by mortals, I think is the idea.
So he is a mortal knight, or a...
So he is an immortal. So he's still Ares. He's still Ares. I'm fairly certain. I think the idea is that he is still Ares. He is still a god. Because in the cinematic, Athena appears. Athena's like telling him about how stop being silly. You're a silly boy. I think that's the direct quote. And
yeah, and that voice. You nailed the impression.
Yeah, thank you. And so he sets off to write this stuff, right? So that gods don't have to be shackled by the worship of mortals. And he finds this shield, this almighty shield, which gives him power, and he slays all kinds of I think he slays the Hydra at one point. He slays all this stuff, and he's kind of this overarching thing. He's finally got. He can finally show what the gods really are, kind of thing. I think that's the idea. Instead, and considering the fact that the name for the skin is God Slayer, I was kind of confused as to why it's called God Slayer if he's doing this for the gods.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
a bit of a hint.
They reveal spoilers. He ends up in his rage killing Athena, and
juicy lore bit.
The idea is that he has kind of become the thing that he hates.
Become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Exactly. So
okay,
that is God Slayer Ares. What do you think?
It's a cool idea. I like sorry, I'm trying to make words out of my brain. And I
know you like.
I've made that very clear.
Yeah.
I like the lore, the in-depth lore when it comes to the yearly tier 5s.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a good idea. I like that. Like,
sure.
the little bits of lore that we got for each kind of little skin that was released sort of seemed a bit, like, half-assed, and, like, why are you even trying or bothering?
Sure.
But I like how this is kind of... It's integral. It's, like, part of the whole theme.
Yeah,
I would like if...
Sure.
It doesn't sound that related to Hera's Odyssey.
I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. To be honest, I think I've only read, like, the first 3 chapters of it. I should probably catch up on it. But, actually, later on, we're going to be talking about a little bit of that as well. But, yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see. And pretty cool skin at that. I think in the cinematic, they show him using his ult as well. The kind of the chains. Anyway, Enough speculation on that.
Epic.
We've already gone like 7 minutes. So much to talk about.
Hurry, quicker.
Next up. Hurry. Next gods. This is the biggest thing. Have you heard about what the next gods are?
Have they been revealed? We've been speculating for the last two podcasts as to what they're going to be.
The next 5 have been revealed.
Oh.
9900, 101, 102, 103.
Okay, lay on me. Not
so,
actually.
and 3 have actually been teased after that as well. So all of the gods for next year have either been announced or teased. So,
wow.
Okay, God 99 and God 100 are Arthur and Merlin.
Arthur in that order? Okay, we've got that right.
In that order. Merlin's going to be 100. So, yeah, we spoke about that, I think, last time.
Yeah, that was one of the predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure what their kind of pantheon is going to be. A lot of people are saying that it might be... I don't think they've specifically announced it. It might be part of the Celtic pantheon, or it might be their own kind of Avalon pantheon.
Are they going to go and like release Sir Lancelot on the rest of the things?
Well,
I don't know how I feel about Arthur.
I know Arthur holds Excalibur. He wields Excalibur whilst he's fighting.
Because we are curious about how he's going to like not just be a guy with a sword in a battlefield of gods. So maybe his sword is going to be the main thing, and that's going to like have a lot of magic infused into it and power and stuff.
I mean, we always have the idea of him being just a minion. He's just a lane minion.
What, the sword or Arthur?
No, Arthur. He's just a lane. He's just a guy. He's just a king. He's not a god, so he can just be a little lane minion.
Oh,
he
right.
dies
Okay.
and he's just out of the game.
Oh, I want to play as a lane minion.
That'd be fantastic.
Okay, maybe like for one wave. I think after 2 or 3 waves it'd get a bit boring.
Would you be one of those that like follows the gods into the jungle?
Oh yeah, I'd be one of the useless ones that follows a god for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then kind of gets bored and turns around and starts the 3-hour trek back.
Yeah, nice.
You just see them on their little adventures around the map. We need to be quick. Go.
Sorry. So, God 101 is going to be Jormungandr.
Yeah! That's one that I'm excited for. I'm much more excited for Jormungandr than I am
Jormungandr.
Merlin and Arthur.
Jormungandr. Yep.
What did I say?
Jormungandr doesn't matter.
Look, okay.
As long as you're
Shut
excited.
Up. What is it? Jormungandr. Say it again.
Jormungandr.
Don't do that.
Avaganda, your man.
What did I say?
Jormungandr.
Okay, Jormungandr. Got it.
Jormungandr. Although HX pronounced it Jormungand. So, I don't know. We'll see. More on Jormungandr later as well. But then gods 102 and 103 for Smite's birthday are, and I don't know which order necessarily this is in, I'm just saying them in the order that they said them in the reveal video. Horus and Set.
Man, all the predictions are getting laid down. Not in the right order.
And it's
but
a lot of
all the predictions were right.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the kind of community suggested ones over time.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I'm excited for all 5 of them.
Yes, I know. Okay, there's going to be more on Merlin in a little bit. But Merlin... Actually, no, it's going to be more on him in a little bit. I'll discuss it then. How they've kind of decided to make Merlin look. But as of now, there have been 3. So what I'm assuming is 104, 105, and 106 have been teased.
Jesus. They're really going for it.
The first, so 104, is going to be a god from a new pantheon. And one that will rise above Mount Olympus. That's the tease.
What?
There is also a god from...
Okay, so they haven't released names. They've just...
No. 105 is going to be a god from the underworld. A lot of people are suggesting Persephone.
I don't know who that is, but he's got a cool name. He or she's got a cool name.
I think it's a she. Hold on, let me Google. The abduction from Hades. So she's the queen of the underworld. Was the daughter of Zeus. There you go. Or it could be Charon. I don't really know. He's like the ferryman of Hades who carries souls of the newly deceased across the river Styx and Acheron that divided the world of the living from the world of the dead. So
they all sound pretty cool. They're also building up to a kind of an underworldy theme,
potentially,
which could be next year's Odyssey or some kind of plot point next year.
I have another suggestion of what that plot point can be, and that might be God 106. A god that is so powerful that its arrival will threaten the existence of all gods.
Okay, that sounds much more like a teaser.
That might be the one. That might be.
I thought I was so smart.
Actually, so those are the 8 gods of next year coming up, and
I don't know that I prefer this or not. Sorry,
I don't know. See, the thing is, what I've said about hype is that like not a lot of games announces things before the actual announcement, right? They don't really tease things. At least in my experience, and to be honest, I think I prefer it when games do that, like just kind of announce things out of the blue. The things that I got more excited about over this weekend were things that I had never heard about before, that had never been announced or teased or anything.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm okay with the teasing. I like the teasing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like the releasing of the god list so early.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
it kind of removes the whole. And this new god, I was going to say this week's god, but they aren't weekly. And this new god's going to be Set, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Set's being released!"
Yeah,
it's just kind of this. Oh, and Set's coming after Jormungandr, after Jormungandr. And Jormungandr. What did I even say? Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
It's getting worse. I should not say his name again. God knows how I pronounce it next time.
Say Yorm.
Yormy boy.
Yormy boy.
Love me some Yormy boy.
Okay. That I don't know. At least they've only teased the other 3. I wouldn't want them to announce those 3 as well. That might have been a little bit overkill.
Yeah, I like the teasers. I am towering over Olympus.
Yeah,
that's really confused me.
I mean, that is it's a new pantheon as well. That god. So a lot of people are suggesting like an African pantheon or something.
Are they bigger than?
Well, there is. I think is there an African god of the stars or something like that, which technically, will rise above Mount Olympus, and also there was like stars in the reveal. Oh, sorry, in the tease video. So I don't know.
People are getting clever.
I don't have any idea of what god will threaten the existence of all gods. Like, are they going to be doing like Titans? I don't really know. Jesus. God.
The god that will threaten all gods. God.
Gonna threaten himself.
Titans. If they released. Thing is, they couldn't be Kronos properly though, because they've already got a Kronos spelt differently from a different pantheon.
Kronos. Yeah.
Even though Kronos is would be an awesome release.
Well, the teaser for the last god is a hand surrounding the world and just crushing it.
He's got the whole. Sorry, I'm trying to not break into song. There's a what would you call it? Like a hymn from? Is it a hymn? It's not a hymn. Like a religious song from primary school. A song. But a religious song.
It's a religious song
from primary school that I'm think
sure it's global.
Everyone in Britain sings. I don't know if it's a American or global thing.
Got the whole
but it's just about like how God's got the whole world in his hands, and it's just those words repeated for about 5 minutes in an assembly when you just want to leave and sleep.
Yep.
Next point.
Right. So carrying on with the kind of whole God thing, the new gods. Wanted to talk about something that Falcata1 said on Reddit, which was 10 days ago. This wasn't this weekend or anything. They said, as we near 100 characters, I hope you start to take some risks with them. We are nearing 100 Smite gods/goddesses, and now that most of the roster has been fleshed out, I would love to see Titan take some chances, take some risks, and create characters to see how the community would use them, instead of moulding them to fit into the meta. Maybe, for example, an Abatha-type character that plays the game from Spectator mode. Abatha, correct me if I'm wrong, is Heroes of the Storm. I play Heroes of the Storm, I should know this. Yes, Heroes of the Storm. Abatha is not a new god, don't worry.
No, I was sitting here thinking, what would a counting thing be? I was thinking of an abacus. Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong thing.
You were the very wrong thing, yeah.
An abacus type character.
An Abatha type character that plays the game from Spectator mode, allowing the character to hinder enemies and buff teammates in every lane. Or a character that plays like Invoker from Dota 2, no idea. Hell, if you want to go crazy, make a character like Cho'Gall, from Heroes of the Storm, where 2 players play 1 character. Sure, they may not fit the meta and may not be top picks in Conquest tournaments, but we have 100 other characters that can be that. It's time to bring some flavour to Smite and take risks with character creations and their kits. I think looking at Heroes of the Storm and with Cho'Gall isn't exactly viable in competitive, but he is a fun character to play in casual. I kind of like this idea a lot.
Yeah, so do I. Like, the issue is that it's just not spending time on things that are gonna see professional play, which is kind of annoying. But it would be a lot of fun to have these kinds of characters. And I think they opened the door for that with, like, Jorgen Mundir and a god that towers over Mount Olympus or whatever. Like, a stars god could be the Spectator type thing you're talking about. Why are you laughing?
You said Jormungandr wrong again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So, Ajax actually comments on this thread, on this post, saying, lots of complicated discussion topics in here. Things I'd love to get into detail on, honestly, but it'd be hard to jump into this already filled out thread. Blah, blah, blah. There are so many complicated pros and cons to making these type of risky characters with inherently different gameplay than the rest of Smite. No comment in this thread has really addressed them. But less talk, more action. So Gods 99-100, I feel strongly will deliver on this community feedback, as will the Season 6 roster as a whole.
Arthur and Merlin are going to be drastically different?
Arthur and Merlin might be drastically different. They have said that Arthur's gameplay is a lot more different to other characters. It's a lot more flowing, a lot more. What I can imagine is happening is almost like a rhythmic feel. I don't know, almost like he holds this sword and he's just he can just do different things with his sword, kind of thing, right? So he's kind of like comboing different things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, you knock someone up and then you use another ability to smash them when they're knocked up. I don't know,
I would throw out their combos. Like if the sword's his main thing, then combos could be as in. Not combos as in his 2 synergizes with his 3 quite well.
No.
But as in, if he presses 2, 3, and then 1, and all the abilities are up, he does a new ability, which is that combo. Or 1, 3, 3, 2 is a combo.
think they did say something about combos with Arthur, so that'd be good. And
that'd be really interesting.
Speaking of 99-100, Chaos, big favorite in the community, essentially the god concept guy. Opinions on Merlin's depiction. So obviously this weekend they did show Arthur and Merlin what they kind of want them to be looking like. He says, opinions on Merlin's depiction. I've seen mixed opinions about him so far. I wanted to know what you guys thought about him. So to let you know, he is a younger person. He looks kind of, I don't know, he looks similar to kind of like an Ool character, like an Ula look.
Really? Okay.
And I really hoped he'd be an old wizard man.
Like the depictions of Merlin are normally like kind of Gandalf, Dumbledore-y, long grey beard, flowing hair. I think Shrek is the epitome. Like, everyone should base everything off what Shrek does.
Add Shrek into the game.
I think that you would need make an ogre pantheon.
Yeah. Chaos says, do you like that he's a young man, or would you prefer an older wizard? I personally don't mind the younger look, but I wish they went more with it. He looks very simplistic and he has the same baggy pants, blah, blah, blah.
The issue is you can't have an old Merlin and a young King Arthur, I think, is the reason that Merlin's young. And an old King Arthur obviously can't be fighting gods.
Of course he can. Like, have you seen...
What, you reckon an old grey Arthur, like, with a beard and a few back problems?
Oh, no, Grey Merlin, I mean.
Maybe a replaced hip.
Wait, why do Merlin and Arthur have to be the same age? By the way, I don't know.
Because it's Merlin and Arthur.
They're like... What are they? Are they, like, brothers? Like
no,
friends?
But they're lifelong friends. And they all, they like from childhood through to, like... Well, death, but whether Merlin dies or not is an interesting topic.
Oh, okay. That's annoying. So I imagined... I really wanted Merlin also to be a lot like Deckard Cain from Heroes of the Storm, if anyone knows about that. He's got this very... I don't know, like, yes, I can't see Arthur being an old man, but if Merlin was an old man, he could kind of, like, he could really have this kind of... almost like a Hera personality, like a I don't care about the you've got the muscles and stuff, but let me just channel my inner energy, and you're gonna be fucked, and
I think they'll play it like that anyway.
I realise I'm doing a lot of hand movements and no one can see me.
Yeah, I can't see you.
So
I don't know. I feel like they'll still probably do Merlin in a kind of almost like it's all beneath him sort of way, where he's just ridiculously powerful and is just kind of like waving things off with his hand as if they're nothing. But they'll do that with a young... Cause that'd be cool. But they'll do that with a young Merlin, because Merlin and Arthur do need to be the same age, really.
I guess, I know that. A lot of people are saying in this thread, actually, that the look of Merlin reminds them of Doctor Strange, which... obviously,
he's a magic dude.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
I think that's fine.
They should start releasing Doctor Strange into the game.
Nice. I'd like that. Like, to be honest, I'd like it to be... I mean, we know that we know that Merlin is a mage. I'm not entirely sure whether they announced who Arthur's going to be, but I'm fairly certain he's going to be a warrior. So...
Yeah, that would make sense. Or an assassin, maybe, probably a warrior. I'm interested to see how... Because obviously I think Merlin's magic is very distinct from any other kind of magic that we see in the game. And I think it should be visually distinct. I'm just curious how they'll do that. Kind of like Thoth's magic is quite distinct with the runes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to see a kind of a new style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of a flowy, magic-y style thing.
That'd be good.
Bring the elements into it.
Nice. So that is all I've got for the next gods. That is probably the biggest announcement from this week.
That's good. That's exciting. I like that.
Yes, absolutely. Moving on now to, like, all of these are just huge still. Like, just because that was the biggest one does not mean any of these are any less huge. Roll queue is coming to SMITE.
Ooh.
Before queuing a Conquest match, players can specify a primary and secondary role or fill. When players enter the lobby, the game will automatically designate roles to all 5 players based on their preference. You won't always get your role, but this system should make a huge difference in how roles are chosen by players. So no more sniping your role in chat and trying to press accept at the right time. And I mean that's not a thing anyway. That was the thing before, but you know, like, you know, you don't just have to keep looking at 20 seconds and then quickly press enter. So there we go.
That's been a long time coming, I think.
Yes, absolutely. It's...
Hold on. So if you pick Phil, you will just get served a role. It's not like you then get into the game and just, like, if you pick Phil, the game will allocate you a role.
It seems like every single. Obviously, I don't know, but it seems like everybody will get a role. Like, you will know what your role is.
Yeah. I like that. Much less arguing.
Actually, someone asks, Cheesy Dorito 101 on Reddit asks, in the past we were told that roll queue wasn't possible since the player base was too small. Is this no longer true, or have you guys found a workaround? And Tyson Ryu, who kind of announced all this stuff on Hi-Res Presents, says, we've learned a lot about implementing systems like these in the past year. Roll queue can work, we just have to correctly implement the internal systems, rules, and math in determining roles and the frequency you will get your preferred role. Match time won't be affected by your roll queue, and players aren't guaranteed roles, but should have a higher frequency of getting preferred roles, and the benefit of all players getting a defined role instead of debating/confusion.
I mean, since they stated that the player base is too small, they have completely changed matchmaking.
Yes.
Which could have these companies planned very far ahead, it could have even been with this end goal in mind. They could have...
Yeah.
This could have been a factor in them changing the matchmaking in the first place. Which I like.
They've also said that it will be for both casual and ranked. Which is interesting because in ranked it tends to be the top, the top gets priority on what they want.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they're going to implement that kind of thing for ranked.
Well, they'll factor in ELO to...
Maybe. We'll see.
That's a complicated algorithm, though, to try and figure out.
Yes. I mean, it's the top two that's the highest ELO, than the other 3 that are random. I'm fairly certain. So it will be... I don't know, they might just do... get the top person to be the first pick, right? One of their 2 picks. I don't know.
I feel like there must be a sacrifice somewhere. I feel like if they aren't increasing queue times, it must impact on how fair the game is.
I think it's more the fact that they're not going to not make a match because they haven't found people that have different roles. It's just the thing that I'm taking from that is you still have to remember that you're not definitely going to get your preferred role. That's the thing. Like if they can't find a match for you where you can't get your role, they're not just going to not put you into a match. They're going to put you into a match but give you a different role.
Yeah, but it's got to impact it somehow, because, like, to take a very simplified view of it, like, once the queue pops, every player that was in the queue is then lined up and split, like, every 5 people. They're ordered by ELO, and every 5 people are racked off into a game. If you're factoring other things into that, then you've got to shuffle that order around and mix up the ELOs a bit more.
That's part of the math that he was talking about. That's part of the maths that he was talking about. Kind of I think it's the balance of that. It's the right balance, right? How far do you go past that ELO range kind of thing in order to get people that can play in different roles? or you could go or you could go less to get, or you could put, make that elo gap tighter, but give less people what they want. Like that's the kind of maths that he was talking about, I think.
Yeah, but I feel like whatever they do when implementing this system, it will widen the elo gap. Like, you're saying it's a balance.
Yes.
Right now it's tipped all the way towards the side of...
Sure, yeah.
Elo is prioritised. And they're adding in the balancing of you get your role, which will take away from...
I mean...
Do you know what I mean?
It depends. Yeah. It depends how many people are in that elo range, right? Like, so for example, I've been put in a match that is, the best for my elo, but also there could be another match that I could be put into that's exactly the same or very close to that, right? Yeah, there might be a little bit of sacrifice, but but it's still a balanced game. It's still balanced on either side, on either team, and if out of like, I don't know, say maybe there are 10 matches that I could be put into that are going to be fair, right? One of those 10 matches might be perfect for roles as well. Like, I don't know, you can't just think that there is only one game that is perfect for you when you queue, but then because of role queue you have to not play in that match. There's a lot of matches, there's a lot of players you can be put with in your elo range.
True. And I do think bottom line is that it's more complicated than either of us could possibly comprehend or realise.
That's also true. These people are professionals.
Yeah, and I'm sure they know what they're doing. Okay, well, I hope they know what they're doing.
Yeah. It'll be good for the game, though, I think. Definitely. So, another big thing is cross-platform and cross-play and cross-progression. That's the one.
Ooh.
So, there's a big FAQ on cross-play stuff, which can be found at highriskstudios.com/crossplay. But there's essentially the idea about this is obviously crossplay will be supported across the PC launcher, PC and Mac on Steam, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Not PS4 just yet, but they do say that we are technically ready to support crossplay on other platforms as the opportunity arises. Essentially saying
Nintendo Switch.
Oh shit! Maybe I should have done that one first. It's coming to Nintendo Switch. Yeah. There you go. There's another announcement.
Oh wow!
That's kind of further down.
That can't be as good an experience as like. There must be
60
gameplay
FPS.
Disadvantages.
It's 60
to
FPS
that.
on Nintendo Switch. Obviously, you can also put it on your telly, so it's just like an Xbox or a PS4. But I don't know. Like, I don't see why there has to be any sort of difference. I mean, you're gonna have to have an internet connection everywhere you go.
Yeah, that's interesting. Cross-platform. So what's the TLDR of the cross-platform conversation?
Yes.
What's going on?
So, how will you handle cross-platform matchmaking? Here we go. I think that's what you want. By default, casual matchmaking will find the best matches for players, regardless of platform or input method. Now, Smite and Paladins players can choose to play only against players with the same input method.
Okay.
In casual matches.
Okay.
However, players will find higher quality matches more quickly by leaving cross-input matchmaking enabled. Now, I'm interested as to why that's more quickly, because surely every queue is going to be the same anyway. I don't know whether they've made a mistake there. I know it's going to be high quality, but more quickly, is there going to be two different queues? Like one that's half the length of the other? I don't really know. I hope not. But I also I don't. I guess that's it makes sense.
I feel like that's the best thing to do.
I guess it kind of makes sense
because there's going to be less players in that player base, so they need to increase queue times to get a fair game.
They did include that new setting in user interface like, enable crossplay or whatever.
Mm.
That I think they've now removed. But so no, if it is a setting, it doesn't make any sense for it to be a separate queue as well.
Maybe when you change that setting, it changes the queue length for you.
Yeah, maybe. It just switches to that new queue, potentially.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'm excited though. If they can get this to work, it'll be good because I have friends that play Smite on console.
Yeah.
And it's always been like, shame we can't play together because I'm not playing console.
Yeah, exactly. And Smite and Paladins ranked matchmaking will be divided strictly by input method. Players will only ever play against players using the same input method in ranked.
Yeah, because it is a significant competitive advantage.
Yeah.
That was a lot of syllables very close together. But yeah.
Can I party or play custom games with my friends on different platforms? Yes. Note, obviously, if you have both controller and keyboard and mouse users in your party will queue for cross-input matchmaking regardless of player preferences, which is obvious. And you obviously cannot play ranked matches with cross-input parties. Parties only really caring for ranked joust because you can't queue in the party in any other ranked mode. But and there'll also be
still
a thing, and it's still you can still queue with up to 3 people,
queue in a group. Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And they will also support mouse and keyboard on console. Cross progression as well.
Mouse and keyboard on console.
Yes. Why you wouldn't just play it on PC at that point? I mean, maybe you just have a console. Maybe your console plays
Everyone's
better
got a
than
PC, and most PCs can run Smite. Sorry.
My brother plays a lot of console games. He hasn't actually got a PC.
Really? At least like a laptop.
He recently got rid of it. A laptop, that can do nothing in terms of game. Like he might as well just play on console at that point with a keyboard and mouse if he wants to. He doesn't play Smite, but
true. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess my opinion is slightly biased of that because I've always had a PC.
Yeah.
And never had a console. So carry on.
So that's cross play, but also cross progression. Now this is exciting. Do you remember when they first made Xbox One a thing, and there was like a limited time that people had to link their PC and Xbox accounts so that everything from your PC account could go to your Xbox account, but they didn't stay linear. They didn't stay parallel to each other. So if you did some stuff on PC, that wouldn't then go on to your Xbox account, right?
Yes.
That is now not a thing, by linking your separate platform accounts to a high-res account, you will effectively have one account across PC Launcher, PC and Mac on Steam, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
That's cool.
So
I did not realise that wasn't a thing earlier.
Yeah, no, it's not. It hasn't been.
Which surely it should be.
Yeah, you would have thought, but obviously they didn't have the tech. They didn't have the technology, but now they do. And
cool.
Yeah, that's cross progression.
Love it. So they're just making everything more seamless between platforms.
Yeah, cross-play and cross-progression.
Which is good.
It will go live with the 6.1 update. And they'll support cross-platform voice chat. If you use voice chat. And yeah, there you go. That's
cool. Good features.
It says there will be downtime. It says, will there be any downtime or impact to me during the transition to cross-play? Unfortunately, yes. Both Paladins and Smite will experience a roughly 24-hour downtime while we merge our cross-platform player databases. Which, today.
It's quite a long time. But I mean,
it's a long time. But
it's a one-time thing. It's not a huge issue.
Yeah. So.
Good.
And the Smite downtime is scheduled for the week of December 10th. There you go. So that is cross-play and cross-platform. Very exciting stuff. Now, actually, Zero Epicenter Zero on Reddit says cross-progression is one of the best things they could do for this game. I've been playing this game regularly for about a year or two. I play on Xbox. I've been considering getting a PS4. Blah 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 blah. I'm a bit of a whale. I've put a lot of money into this game, so if I did get rid of my Xbox, I probably would have stopped playing this game because I would have lost all of my stuff. Cross progression ensures that I keep all this stuff. Blah blah blah. And yeah, so Epicenter is happy. And
that's all that anyone cares about. As long as we keep Zero Epicenter Zero happy,
yep,
everything's good in the world.
Exactly. And Filthy Malfested actually says as well, anyone who's bothered about crossplay not being on PS4, make sure your voice is heard. Although we don't quite know all the details, it's heavily implied that Sony is the one not allowing crossplay. This is kind of what Sony does. Obviously,
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, obviously this happened with Fortnite, but it's currently in beta over there, and it was through pushback from the community. Do your best to not buy gems on PS4, because Sony take a cut from all PSN purchases. Pick up a fuss on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit threads, and try and make some noise, or you could just go and play elsewhere. The only way for them to know isn't for you to sit and bitch, but to get their attention and actually not support their decisions.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I don't get why they would care.
Oh, God, no, that's a whole nother conversation.
But it's going to increase the people playing on PS. The people that are playing on PS4 will have a more fun time, and it will be better.
God knows. God knows. I mean, to be honest, also, to be honest, if you buy something, on Xbox and Xbox take a cut of it, and then like that skin will also go onto your PS4 account, and PSN don't get anything. Sony don't get anything from it. So.
Oh yeah, okay. Also, something to bear in mind is that, like, the Switch is cool, but Microsoft owns both Windows and Xbox.
Also true.
So it doesn't make a huge difference to their bottom line. The cross-platform support.
Yeah. I think Nintendo are just all for it in general. So we are now just over
but you're a Nintendo fanboy, so you would say that.
Well, I don't really play too many Nintendo stuff, but I'd like to keep track of what's going on in Nintendo. I don't know. I wouldn't call myself a fanboy. I'd just call myself a curious.
Do you still maintain that they've made no mistakes in any games? Because you did say that once.
I did say that once, didn't I?
And you argued it for like a good half an hour.
Yeah, I can't remember why I said that, because I don't really know too much about Nintendo. So next is a new arena is going to be added, and when I say going to be added, I mean is added. It's live right now. I'm fairly certain. Like it's on the live client right now.
Wait, not even PTS.
Not even PTS. It's on live client right now. I'm fairly certain about that because that's what they said. I haven't played it yet, but it also comes along with this whole publishers weekend that Hi-Rez is doing. Has a lot of bundle stuff like for all of their games, and there's one for this kind of arena launch where you get like 7 free gods, 8 free skins.
Damn.
So there you go. Which is available through Steam. And so this whole arena thing revolves around the Hera versus Bologna. I'm not entirely sure what their beef is with each other, but
that's a weird combination of why do they still love Bologna so much?
There must be something in the lore about it, but I don't know. We're not going to get into that. The big change of arena is the colours are very. I mean, it's going to be it's not going to be a Colosseum type thing. It's going to be more of an arena for gods rather than an arena for mortals, right? And it's going to be a lot more colourful. It's very clear. It's very clear which side you're on, but based on the colour of the ground and the place around you. So similar to what they did with Conquest, with the kind of purple side and the lighter side. And then big change. Sorry.
Just to clarify, by new arena, you mean they're changing the arena map?
Oh, yes.
Not a separate new arena?
No.
Okay.
No, they're not keeping the old arena. No, don't worry. And one big change of this arena is that the siege juggernaut escort things will now attack, which is something that they played around with in the corrupted arena adventure, and they're adding that now, and they're also going to be minotaurs. So you're going to be escorting minotaurs through the arena, and so the portal things stay the same, everything stays the same on that front. The arena is kind of floating in the air, and yeah, so there we go.
I like that.
New kind of remodel, remake to arena.
I like adding a bit more depth and a bit more, because the siege juggernauts always seemed a bit weird.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
so
to be honest, they're hard enough to get in anyway right now.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait, no, hold on. That's going to be better. No, this is going to be better now. Yeah, because then whilst you're escorting a thing, it's also going to be attacking people out the way. So it's going to be easier to escort. Yeah. I'm done. So that is the new arena. Exciting stuff. Next is a little bit of SPL. I wanted to get a little bit of SPL in there because there was a lot of SPL talk, obviously, and esports talk. One big thing.
Into this.
Sorry?
I'll just dip my toe into this because literally I don't even know the team names.
Yeah, no, it's only a little bit dip, but all SPL next year is going to be on LAN. So everyone will have to move to Atlanta, and there's going to be like a 13-week thing. No splits, no season splits, no regions next year. There's not going to be an NA, EU, anything like that. Any player can go on any team.
Okay.
And that's the idea
cool.
of that.
So they're completely getting rid of the EU versus NA match and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think they're doing a little bit more like the Overwatch League, a little bit more.
That's interesting because another issue. Sorry, another thing with the EU, NA, China and stuff split is that there are different metas. Like it's very different playing in NA or at any other region game for us as in the EU, in Europe. So let's not get into that.
Let's not.
So, so I wonder if they'll be dealing with that at all, or if they'll just roll with it and see what happens when the metas collide.
Well, that's what we'll talk about the about esports stuff. Next up on my list is Nintendo Switch, which we've already gone over. Next up on my list is...
Wait, is it coming to the Nintendo Switch?
It is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god! I can't wait for that. That's really exciting. I guess you'd need an internet connection.
I mean, it'd be nice if they added, cross progression or something like that to all the platforms.
I mean, that's quite a tall order. I doubt they'll ever do that. Let's be real.
True. So, the Olympians is the next thing on my list. So, currently, SMITE pros are able to directly contact us about concerns via a Discord system we have set up. However, we want to be able to get more feedback from the community. We are working on a new way of gathering feedback from our community, and we are confident that this new system will improve communications between our studio and our players. We will provide more information about what this entails during this year's HRX, and we can't wait to start working with you. Blah, blah, blah. More things that they announced that during High Res Presents is, from what I can remember, there's going to be almost like a council of community members that kind of talk directly to hirers. So almost like a school council kind of thing, like you had in primary school and stuff. Like there's going to be, the community kind of directs their concerns to these community members, and those community members direct it to hirers, I think is the idea.
Oh, that was a good time. I miss those days.
If you, I mean, you can also sign up for it. I think now I don't really know how to, but yeah. So there you go. If anyone's interested.
So do they randomly select people? Or?
I think the community selects who they want.
Do we vote on? Oh, okay. So we vote for like, famous personalities and stuff that we want to be on the. That's interesting.
Or maybe not necessarily famous. Maybe just someone. I don't know. Like someone says what they want to do for the community, and I don't know. It's going to be like a kind of. It's going to be propaganda's going to be used. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, that'd be interesting. Cool. And that's going to
be I think the closer we get to a cult, the better the game's going to be, probably.
Sure. Next up is clans. We acknowledge that clans still need to be revisited. This year, a couple of big projects took priority. We want to continue to reward players who play games with their clanmates, and later into Season 6, we are planning to implement an improved clan system to provide better rewards for using teamwork to make the dream work. So
we're going to implement an unimproved clan system this batch.
So sometime next year, they're going to be improving clans. Cool. Nothing else about that.
Look forward to seeing what they do.
Streamer mode. Our content creators do a lot for our community, and we want to ensure that while they are streaming live to their audience, that they are still able to participate in fair matchmaking. To create a more fair matchmaking for our content creators, we are planning to add a new feature, stream mode, that will help alleviate stream sniping by having player names not be displayed. Now, this is going to have to be explained to me, because I don't see how getting rid of player names on your side is going to make people not know that they're in a game with you, considering that they know what your name is, and if they realise that they're in a game with you, they can then still go to your stream and snipe you. Yeah.
And you're asking me to explain the thing to you? You realise that's the opposite of the premise of this whole idea.
Well, I didn't really get it. I don't know. I'm missing something. Like,
so it's just in the lobby or the loading cards, or
I don't really know, because like obviously it only matters to the enemies. But if you see that your enemies have no names, you're then going to be like, oh, so I'm with a streamer. Let me just check which streamer I'm with. I don't know. Like,
wait, so it's specifically streamers' names aren't shown.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't really.
Well, you can choose to not show your name, I guess. That would be the best way of doing it.
Yeah, but then if you don't show your name, it's obviously like you're. No, I don't know. Because I really don't know.
I think a system where it's like you can choose to not show your name to the enemy team.
It says player names not be displayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a setting somewhere, like, do not display my player name to the enemy team. Then stream snipe.
And also don't show me player names so that people know that they're in a game with me, I guess, if they watch my stream.
Yeah, but that's less of an issue. That's less of what streams, like, people who are already watching your people who are already watching your streams, we'll cut that out. People who are already watching your streams, and are also playing Smite, and then happen to get into a game with you, is quite a lot of steps, and it's a much less of an issue compared to just the issue of like, oh, I'm in a game with Hindu Man. I'm going to see if he's streaming. He is.
Yeah.
I'll open his stream and start sniping. Like, it's...
Sure.
It's not normally a chance thing. It's the main issue is stream sniping is targeted. You get into a game, you realise you're against someone, I just punched my table, and then you open their stream and start sniping.
Yeah. Obviously, the punching of table is necessary to that.
Yes, that's one of the steps. You got to follow those exact steps, and then you successfully stream snipe. Fuck! Why can't I do that? Then you successfully stream snipe and win the game.
Sweet. Next up, recommended items updating for new players. When playing Smite as a new player, we encourage users to get a feel for the game before diving into the world of items. We created the recommended items page to help assist players in this process. However, it limits players to one build for each game. We are updating this page to be more accessible. Now we will be adding more diverse builds while also enhancing what already exists. Cool. We'll see how that goes.
That's cool. So there'll be like a... But there already is like a core items, offensive, damage, etc. So I don't know...
Yeah.
What else they would do.
I don't know what they mean by I don't know what they mean by more builds and diverse builds, but we'll see. Next,
exciting.
All of the updates coming to Smite will now be in the game, in the client. The update notes will be in the client. Cool.
I like that a lot.
Assault is getting a visual upgrade. At some point, and it says the Assault map is going to be influenced by a god that has yet to debut on the battleground. A lot of people are suggesting, considering that Assault is a Norse-themed map, and other comments from Ryu has said that this is still going to be Norse, it's going to be based around the World Serpent,
Yogi Boy. That's good. That's exciting. So just to be clear, by reworking the visuals, they mean a complete remodel of the whole map.
I don't know. It says we have been upgrading our maps in Smite throughout our previous seasons, and next on the list will be Assault. So, yeah, I'm going to assume it's
probably a new map.
It's going to be big. Yeah, big changes.
That's cool. I want a Yogi Boy map.
Boy. Yogi Bear. And they've also said about addressing skins. Everyone loves expressing themselves and personalising their favourite gods. Smite is not only free to play, it does not have pay for power features. Skins are how we support the game and the nearly 100 developers pouring their talent and passion into the game and community we love. We will continue to make... Right, this is good. They've been honest with this. We will continue to make skins for the most popular gods. Which is what a lot of people don't like. They don't like that they make for the most popular goods. But it's understandable. It's what makes them money, and at least they're being honest with that.
Yeah. Well, it's not ideal that they are giving more skins to certain gods. I like that they aren't being like, oh, we had good artistic design around this. They're just like, we need to make money. These skins make money.
That's the point.
Which is fine. I like it when companies do that.
Yeah, and they also said, but we want to ensure that players have opportunities to alter their appearance in-game for more obscure picks. So we are working towards sprinkling more skins for some of our less popular gods too. Zhonghui is still coming in December, and we have another surprise later this year. So,
Interesting. They said this year.
Yes, it looks like from the comments as well that the Zhongsquin will be in the Odyssey in December.
Cool.
So yes, that.
And just to be clear, nothing's been released about that except it's just
nothing.
Zhong tier 5. Tier 5, isn't it?
No,
it is Zhong tier 5.
It's not tier 5. Jesus.
Oh.
It's not tier 5. I mean, it might be, but I highly, highly, highly doubt it.
What, so they've just said they're releasing a Zhong skin?
It's a Zhong skin in December, yeah.
Okay.
Which is now but apparently going to be part of the Odyssey.
Cool. I want a Zhong tier 5.
Next up is Balance. Now, Season 5 Smite, by the numbers and referencing community feedback, has been the best season in Smite's history for balance. Yeah, I agree. Especially at the end of the year, it's been very good.
Yeah. God, definitely.
Yes. To preserve this, we plan to make less overall balance changes as we go through Season 6. We are looking to add fewer but more meaningful balance changes. The design and balance teams will focus on specific design goals and ways to address them, and will avoid implementing change for the sake of change, which I think is them saying, honestly, we were just implementing change for the sake of change at points.
I like the change for the sake of change. It's probably quite controversial. I don't think you'll like that opinion.
I think I kind of agree with you. Like, I don't know, it spices things up, I think is what you're saying. Like,
yeah. Like, I've been playing Smite since Season 1, towards the end of Season 1 to be fair, but I was playing in Season 1.
Yeah.
And every season, every season's got a distinct feeling in my head. It's got an emotion associated with it almost, and it's kind of like a nice little memory of what that year in Smite was like.
Yeah.
And I don't like the blending of... If they were to start blending seasons together, and like Season 6 is basically Season 5, well, with stuff.
Well, what they said is, we as a team want Smite to be the best in our genre for players to return to, easily allowing them to pick up and play their favourite gods with success. So it's kind of that returning factor, right? Players that haven't played for a while returning, and nothing,
so they don't want the game to change.
Changing. Yeah. I don't know whether that's their only goal with it, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like that there's going to be less balance changes. I don't know, a lot easier to keep track of, I guess.
Yeah, but I've always liked the whole model, I guess, the whole kind of the way they've been running it, which is just beginning of a season, throw a spanner into the middle of the meta, see what happens. Yeah. Try and iron it out by the end of the season.
I think they're still doing that. It does say they'll make less overall balance changes as we go through Season 6. So I think there's still going to be a ton of stuff added in Season 6. But
yeah, but not a ton of stuff changed. Like there are previous new season patches where they've just nerfed all tanks.
Yeah.
And they've done stuff, they've completely changed the relic system so many times. And it just kind of... I don't know, it mixes it up. It makes it kind of... You're excited for the new season. You watch the new season patch, like, really closely, and you're curious, and you're excited, and you start the new season like... I want to see what it's like playing in a game where... I don't know... I can't think of any examples, but where something is drastically different and you're excited to see how it affects the game.
Like the relics.
I've always liked that.
There you go, there's an example. Big change, the relic change from Active.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, if the mask release was good, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's very noteworthy and changes a lot of big things. Maybe do that, and maybe also balance like most gods around those new mask changes. But the other issue, which I just thought of, which might also be playing quite a big factor, is that there is now going to be 100 gods.
Yes.
And blanket nerfing and balancing all the tanks, all the hunters, trying to make assassins more prevalent, whatever the big change would be this season, is going to be a really big job when the class you're buffing is 20 gods that all need intricate changes.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, to be honest, it's not like there's a big difference going from 98 to 100. It's 2 more gods, but
okay, but like compared to last year,
so many. Yeah, sure. The Conquest map is will also be receiving a few specific updates. The Season 5 map was a great success in balancing the snowball effect, fostering god and role diversity, and allowing for many different types of competitive strategies. The weaker aspects of the map seem to be the late game objectives, sieging enemy bases, and the solo lane. These will be our primary points of focus in the 6.1 update.
What was that first point?
Sorry?
What was that first point you said?
About the weaker aspects?
Yeah.
The weaker aspects of the map seem to be the late game objectives.
Ooh, that excites me.
Sieging enemy bases and the solo lane.
Yeah.
So they've actually said some things here. Gold Fury, will be updated to provide new and different bonuses as the game progresses. The objective will still provide gold, but we want to add other bonuses to make killing it more relevant in the mid to late game.
Yeah, good.
Fire Giant will be updated to regain his lava pools attack and provide a stronger buff from his enhanced state, so after the 25-minute mark. This buff will aid in base sieging.
Good.
Wait,
hold on. They're saying that base sieging is difficult.
I think it's more that they want FG to be a lot more, like, I don't know, a lot more of a contested thing, I guess. I don't know, like,
yeah,
if you get FG, that's kind of, you know, they added pushing stuff to elixirs recently, didn't they? Like power and defense elixirs, like, now does stuff with structures a lot more.
But no, because one of the, like, I love the late game objectives changes. That's awesome. And the late game objectives do seem kind of like, we're bored now. What should we do? Might as well get FG. But did they mention that a weak point is sieging enemy bases being too difficult? Because I disagree with that quite strongly.
I mean,
it seems like in Season 5 the Titan's a bit of a pansy.
I think it's... There's a lot of times where you are just kind of five people under their Phoenix, 5 people next to their Phoenix, and it's kind of a little bit stale at that point. Like, the people can push, you know, with their minion wave and stuff, and I don't know, if they have FG buff, it's going to be a lot easier for them to do better at this kind of push when there are 5 enemies trying to stop them.
But that's the skill, though. That's been the skill since, like, Season 1, when it's 5v5 and they've got a Phoenix, and you need to try and get a good support engage or do something here, try and spread out and get a sneaker Phoenix or go fire or something.
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know. I just felt like in Season 5 the Titans weak.
I kind of agree with you. Like, base sieging isn't exactly too difficult. If anything, it should be a little bit, like, I don't know, the base should be a little bit buffed up. But I don't know.
Yeah. Although I would be fine with them. Like, maybe they've wanted to buff the Titan, but they can't because that would make it difficult. And then, like, if FG was kind of almost a requirement to kill the Titan, like, it's kind of the Titan is very, very strong, and the FG gives you a big buff against fighting the Titan. That would be interesting. So it's at least a bit more of a...
Sure.
It means something. I don't know. It always seems like we can't fight them under our Titan because our Titan will die. Instead of it being like, we'll fight them under the Titan where we have the support of our Titan. Yeah,
exactly. I still think Titan should be...
The Titan seems like an NPC that you need to protect and not this all-powerful presence.
Yeah, I agree with you. And also they've said a completely new type of objective will be added to the solo lane. The goals of this objective are to encourage early aggression and to give the solo laners a way to benefit their team that does not directly snowball their lane.
3rd mana buff. That's all solo laners want. Just give them a bigger mana buff in the middle of the lane.
I think the big thing there is that it will benefit their team. It'll benefit the whole team.
Oh, I misheard you. Wait, so it doesn't really affect their lane, it affects the rest of the game.
It encourages early aggression and to give the solo laners a way to benefit their team that does not directly snowball their lane.
Interesting.
So we shall see what that's like.
They could move oracles over. Something along those lines. I don't know. I'm interested. I want to see what that is.
We'll see. Also, I think probably the last of the big changes that they've announced, and my throat's now hurting. There will also be out-of-game changes to improve the ranked experience. These changes have largely been driven by community feedback and discussions with pro players. Ranked splits will be faster soft resetting every 2 months. Okay. Which I like.
Soft resetting, as in you
So
qualify again,
how
but your
splits
path
are now,
matters.
How splits are now, which is about every 4 months or so. That, but they're going to be halved. So there's going to be more of them. There's going to be double the amount of them, essentially. So it's not going to be a summer split. There's a summer split, fall split, spring split. There will also be
cool.
Yeah, there will also be no more qualifying matches, which I also like, because if there was a qualifying matches every 2 months, that would be annoying.
So what does the soft reset mean?
Players
like normally a reset means
Players will now start. Players will now start in bronze, but will be able to earn much more TP per game if their MMR is high and they win their matches, allowing very quick progress, which apparently they had before in the game. Now, I like that change, and I like the every 2 months change. I don't know if I like them together. However, what I've heard, it could have happened. I don't know. This might have happened when they had this in previously, but when they soft reset in that kind of thing, it means that your MMR doesn't change, but your rank goes down still. So you might be put in bronze again or something, but if you were a gold player or something, you're going to get a lot more TP because last split your MMR was high.
And I assume matchmaking would still be based off MMR and wouldn't change a huge amount.
Yeah, exactly. Because, it wouldn't be. No.
I don't know if I like that.
What I also hope is that they keep the MMR from this season as well, so that I don't know. I don't want a hard reset, personally.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know because for most of the time, you aren't going to be a rank that reflects your MMR or skill level. Like, I think instead of saying what rank are you, it'll be what rank did you get to last season, which will just depend on how well did you do last season, how much did you play last season.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a lot of how much do you play rather than that. Which, to be honest, for me personally, that's fine because I'm of the I like to say that in order to rank up, you need to play a lot, and you can't just be like, oh well, I don't feel, I've got a little bit of a cough today. Let's not play today, right? Like that. I'm not like that. I play rank conquest as someone would play casual conquests, right? If I go into SMITE, I will play a ranked. That's what I'll do.
So I don't know. The last system did definitely. Okay, say the last system. The current system does currently benefit more people that play less but are better at the game.
Yep.
Like, no matter how good you are at the game, you will need to sink in.
Well,
probably 20, 25 games before you're anywhere near your accurate rank. How will that affect grandmas?
Well, I don't really know.
Like, if you're a grandma, are you going to go down to bronze 5 and then just get a rank per game?
I don't know if a soft reset puts everyone back to bronze, or whether that just puts them down a little bit. I don't know. But we'll see.
Because also the league tables where you see like who are the top elo people in the world.
Let's get on to those, shall we?
Oh. Okay.
Well, first of all,
he's planned for this.
First of all, we'll allow players to view their MMR.
Right.
Also known
That's
as
a good. Okay.
It will also be.
That is a good.
Yeah, that is a good. It will also be available in the SMITE API for external sites. So SMITE Guru, you'll be able to see that. Players will not be able to look at their allies or opponents' MMR, but they will be able to track their own as they progress through ranked modes. Cool.
Wait,
now,
so you can't see other people's MMR?
Now, you can't see allies or opponents. You might still be able to see friends or someone that you search for as MMR, because, although to be honest, yeah, you could probably see it on Smite Guru if you just search.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that anyway. Like, I don't know, it was not accurate, but I don't think. But anyway,
that's weird.
To go on to what you said about leaderboards, Masters level leaderboards will be based on MMR, not TP. This means that the quality of your matches will matter much more than the quantity. Diamond and below leaderboards will still use TP to rank players. So there you go. There's some leaderboard stuff.
Okay.
That's only for Masters though. And the last announcement for Ranked is that this season, for the Season 5 Ranked Grinders, the reward skin for earning 75 wins throughout the year will be Gladiator Guan Yu, which they've given a picture of. It's just a Guan Yu in gladiator armor. Kind of looks like a minion. His horse will also be receiving appropriate armor, although not currently pictured. And the loading frame for winning 150 games will be in a similar theme.
Yeah, I'm skeptical and curious about how that will turn out.
We'll see. We don't know the definites yet, and
we'll have to see.
Yeah. So, a few more, a couple quick official things. Smite in 2019 will no longer be supported by. Smite will no longer support Windows XP and Windows Vista. So upgrade, Adam.
What are those two people gonna do?
And also, there was a quick dev update as to increased ping on Smite and Paladin North American servers. We have tracked this issue down to an internet backbone routing issue that affects some internet service providers. Packets are going around the world before reaching their appropriate destination. So they're currently adding servers in different data centers and in different regions of North America to try to find improvements. We're also working with our data center provider, INAP, to ensure certain backbone routers are prioritized. There you go, and they hope to have this issue resolved soon. So that...
Oh, they care about us.
They care about
us.
Good. We've already gone nearly an hour and a half through just the main stuff. I will leave out other community stuff. I don't feel like we don't have too much time for that. I will do quickly the suggestions section still.
Okay.
So, Rybread 1984. I mean, these are two quick suggestions. Team MVP. Does anyone else think it would be cool to have a vote at the end of a game for MVP? There you go. There's a suggestion.
Would that be in between both teams? So you vote for the enemy team's MVP as well?
Maybe. I don't know. We shall see if they ever.
I mean, a kind of an Overwatch type system wouldn't go amiss. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, they've already got commendations at the end of the game. I don't know whether.
Yeah, but you just commend
everyone.
Commend everyone.
Yeah.
Is it commend?
Commend. Yes.
Okay. It's not commendate.
Commendate. No, that doesn't sound right. And Hydro07 says, one thing I've wanted in Smite since avatars got added, the ability to have owned skin icons as avatars.
Sure.
The avatars that's kind of on the skin selection screen have as your avatar.
Yeah.
There you go.
That can't be that hard a change to do behind the scenes, surely.
No,
it just means a lot of avatars.
They did stop
There's
making
hundreds of skins.
Yeah, they did stop making god icons as avatars because of server restraints and stuff. But if they've already got I don't know. Like if they've already got the list of these are the skins that you own. It shouldn't be too hard to just say.
They've also got a list of
you can also have
the gods that you own. I don't know. I feel like if it's a server issue, that's probably a restraint on the number of icons they can have.
It's different because I think the problem is that they can't. they can't. Well, I don't know. This is complete guessing, but I'm assuming it's because first of all, buying god avatars costs. It's not like the stuff. It's not like you get the god avatars that you own, the gods that you own. It's if you buy it, right? So they have to keep track of who's bought what, and these are the list of the things that you've bought. But with skins, they've already got that list of skins that you bought, and so there's not any extra thing that they have to store. There's not any extra data they have to store. It's more so that, I don't know, like they know.
I have no idea how it works.
Sure. Yeah, me neither. So
really, I thought you were really in depth and into the SMITE servers and how they manage things.
Oh yeah, I'm that much of a fanboy. I've actually gone to their servers in person.
Yeah.
So, that is it for the regular stuff. We now have a very special end section. This is a very special episode in general. You know, double figures, big changes to SMITE, and
big changes.
This skin section, this end section, we haven't really done. I mean, as a YouTube channel whose primary series is SMITE Community Concepts, where we go over skin concepts from the community, we haven't actually done an end section revolved around that, right? Around our kind of
skins,
our namesake, I guess.
Well, our name is Nom Network, which makes no sense for anything that anyone knows.
No,
but yeah,
Nom Network. Anyway, maybe we could have like some sort of food related thing. Anyway,
a food end segment.
We haven't done anything about skins, so what better week to do the community concepts kind of thing, like skins sort of thing, than the week that we are also celebrating the life of a fantastic man who has left us this week, by the name of Stan Lee, who I think we're both big fans of. I'm a huge fan of Marvel in general, and obviously he is the father of everything Marvel, really. And so let's celebrate his legacy in an end section that I am going to be calling.
Have you got a name for it?
Skin Our Quongcepts.
Oh, that's better than I thought it would be, but...
Now, annoyingly,
but no.
These are just getting worse, and I feel like I'm going to have to change my rules with names because they're just getting terrible.
You can't change the rules, come on.
I don't know, like... so, how this is going to work... Now, obviously, unlike any other end section, Adam has actually been told in advance about this one, because there's going to be a little bit of a competition between us two. Now, the idea, and this is kind of inspired by Screen Junkies movie fights, if anyone is familiar, specifically their speed round, really. We have 6 different characters from Marvel, and what we have done is, without telling the other person, we have chosen which gods in the game would best fit that character skin, right? So so we've got 6 Marvel characters, and we've chosen 1 god each to get that character skin. What we're going to do is we're going to each round we're going to reveal that we're going to reveal the Marvel character, and then each of us is going to say who we think should get that character skin. And we are then going to have 15 seconds each to explain why theirs is the best. And then after those 15 seconds each, we're going to have an additional 10 seconds each to argue a bit more. And the idea is that, I don't know, you can then comment which ones you think are the best and which ones you'd rather see based on the arguments that we've given as to why that god is in particular best for that character skin.
Yeah,
I think that makes
kind
sense.
of rushed, brief arguments that we're trying to think through.
Yeah. So, I guess we should just jump right into it then. Get your stopwatch ready for me.
I haven't got a stopwatch. Who do you think I am?
Have you actually
not got a stopwatch? Okay.
I've got a phone. You've got a stopwatch? Yeah, you got a phone.
Yep.
Sweet. So, the first character we're going with is Iron Man.
Yes.
So, do you want to go first? Do you want to go second with who you picked? I mean, first of all, we'll reveal who we've picked, which gods we've picked. So, do you want to reveal first or reveal second?
I'll reveal first. I don't mind.
Go
we can
for
take it
it.
in turns. For Iron Man, I've picked Ra.
You picked who, sorry?
Ra.
Okay. Interesting. I see where that's going. I have picked Achilles. Now,
Really? That's
yes. And
very
I'll
different from what I thought of.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'll explain why when it gets to my thing. So, do you want to argue first or argue second?
I don't mind. Tell you what, I'll go first everything this round. Next round you can go first with everything.
Yep, sure. We'll just alternate. So, yeah, if you go first, you have 15 seconds to explain why Ra is best fit for an Iron Man skin. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so his basics would be repulsors, obviously. Also, he's flying no, he isn't flying the whole time. He's walking for most of the time. And when his passive hits 3 and his passive is full, he starts flying.
Done.
And then moves fast. What? That was no way.
Yeah?
No.
15 seconds?
That.
You get 10 seconds later on. That's 15 seconds. Start my 15 seconds.
But the ult. Okay. That was the main point. Okay, your 10 seconds start. Wait, is it 10 or 15?
15.
15. Your 15 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
So Achilles is the best fit for an Iron Man skin because primarily his passive is literally to suit up. Imagine a suiting up animation in your fountain as you're suiting up. Plus his abilities.
Time.
What?
Yeah, it's really quick when you're talking, isn't it?
Christ.
Can we up it to like 20-25 seconds? Because it's
No.
really. We didn't realise how quick it would be.
No. Right, you have an additional
God.
10 seconds. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
He has no. You haven't thought through any abilities. You've just thought of his passive and the fact that he right clicks. Also, for his ult, he would do the unibeam thing from the middle.
Done.
Okay. Your 10-second re-rebuttal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm calling it. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Now.
I can actually get to the abilities because of how cool the suit up is. His one would be something to do with his armor. His ult, he literally flies towards an enemy. Like he can fly his thrusters through the bottom of his feet. Could just decimate an enemy and just execute them.
Oh crap!
Yeah, I feel like I went over.
You got 7 seconds over. 10 seconds is really quick.
Yeah.
God.
So there we go.
When I agreed to this, I didn't realise how quick 10-15 seconds was.
Yep.
This is challenging.
So there you go. Achilles or... You know what? I might put a poll on the YouTube video. So go to that poll. Which character do you think is
But there would
best?
need to be 6 polls.
6 polls. Yeah, I don't know. If I have a poll, use the poll. If not, you could also comment which one you think, Achilles or Ra for Iron Man. I think.
Tell you what, at the end of the whole thing, put a massive poll as to who won between me and Danny.
Sure. There you go.
So that it isn't about a specific skin.
Sure thing.
I like your armouring up idea. I would never have thought of that. Okay.
Yeah, I never thought of the kind of the beam shot from the middle. Anyway, so the next character is Daredevil, the blind. What do they call him? The blind I forget the word.
Good talk. Good.
Cool. I can't remember the word. I'm googling it. Bear with. This is definitely something we can do and have time for.
Sure.
Vigilante. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we waited for that.
Yeah. So I guess I am going first to reveal. So I have chosen, controversially, but bear with me, Saket.
Fuck!
Have you also chosen Saket?
Yes.
Well, we move on, I guess. I don't know. I think it just suits him so well. Like he is literally an assassin. Like he's this flowy kind of assassin.
Yeah, I went straight to the assassins when it came to
yes,
Daredevil. Do we just skip that one? We have 4 more. It's not a huge issue.
Yeah, no, I guess we skip it. Like there's no competition there. Yeah, no, is there anything we can do with that? I don't think there is. Nah, we'll move on.
Besides, I mean, we could give each other 20 seconds to pick a new god.
Ooh, we could do 20 seconds for a new god. No, Okay, right, 20 seconds. Have you got Smite open?
I've got a god list here.
Okay, 20 seconds. We have 20 seconds to pick a new character. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is going to be very stressful.
Yeah.
I've got to wait for pages to load to look through the abilities in detail.
You don't know their abilities already?
Not all of them.
Hurry up.
Oh, yep. Shit. Also, when you say done, we have to say the name, so we haven't got thinking time.
Done.
Susano.
Nemesis.
Susano. Say okay.
What did you say?
Susano.
Oh, I went Nemesis. I was panicked. I could not think of one. I was gonna say a Wheelix panically. I thought no. Riding on Jessica Jones. No.
Whoa.
So.
Okay, so you go first. This is much harder for you.
Oh,
if we're taking it in turns, you go first.
Yeah. Right. 15 seconds then.
You better start explaining yourself in 3, 2, 1, go.
Nemesis is literally blind. Like she has a mask over her eyes, just like Daredevil does. Like that mask could be replaced by a beanie, or even just replaced by his red mask. Like he has a sword. The sword could be replaced by even his blind stick. Like he is an assassin. He's fast. He's nimble. He's quick. He. Oh my god! I'm assuming it's 15 seconds over.
Yeah.
Then why didn't you say anything?
Because it's really quick, okay? And I zoned out for like 10 seconds.
Because my idea was just so good. Right. 15 seconds you have in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Susano is Daredevil because he's got his sword will be his blind stick. This is very difficult. He's very agile. He moves around a lot. He'll be able to run around really quickly.
Right, 10 seconds for me.
Go for it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Not only is she blind, but she's also judge. She's judgment. Like he's literally within law. Like his job is law based, right? Like he is a whatever the fuck he is. But
time. Your idea is better
10 seconds.
than mine.
3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
True, but Nemesis is female, and you can't change things like that. That's not okay. That's cultural appropriation.
So your argument is based off.
It's the best I got.
Well, then, first, I didn't argue against yours in any way, so.
Exactly. My idea has not been
literally just sprung to me that
by anyone besides me.
It literally sprung to me that she is, but like my random guess was literally she is both blind and
a judge
a judge. Like she, and oh my god. What is he?
That was terrible.
What is he?
That went terribly.
What is he? I said something about law. What is he actually specifically?
What is who?
Daredevil.
Oh, like his title?
Attorney. That's what. Yeah. There we go. No, as in. Yeah, his job title. Yeah. Okay, the next character is Thing from Fantastic Four. Now I'm scared that we've both chosen the same one here.
We might have. I picked one based on just the god's mannerisms and kind of how.
Go on.
They behave. I have picked Kumbhakarna.
Interesting. Okay, I did not pick Kumbhakarna. I picked.
Who did you pick?
Cuchulainn.
You realise the thing doesn't.
I know.
Hulk out.
I know. I know.
Hey.
You wait and see.
Okay.
Are you ready? Your 15 seconds for Kumbhakarna is in 3, 2, 1, go.
Kumbhakarna is just perfect. It's like the same guy, like the big, lazy, lumbering, sort of thing, very strong. All his abilities would be fairly similar because there's not a lot you can do. He would run at a minion, then punch it into someone. Okay. Your 15 seconds starts in 3, 2, go.
So your argument is just that he's a blah, 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 blah. My argument is that he literally turns from Ben, his human character, into this big gigantic thing. I know it's not lore accurate, but it's something that makes the thing look so much better when it comes out. His rock, like he can punch the ground. He brings rock up from the ground whenever he does any of his abilities. He is literally 15 seconds is up, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah. I'm really bad at this.
You really are terrible at this.
I'm sorry.
There's literally
this is
one
why
job.
I don't organise anything.
You're like my ideas are so good that you're just kind of.
If anything, I'm just giving you an advantage. To be fair, if anything, so I can't.
Yeah, true.
You can't penalise me for it.
True. Right, your 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, but you said yourself it's not lore accurate. The point of a skin is to be accurate to how it is in real life and how the two characters perfectly meld together into this. Okay. Your turn. Wait. Yeah, it's your turn again. Yeah. Oh, I'm so good at everything.
You are.
Okay. 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Go.
It's not like it's not lore accurate. He does turn into the thing at some point. It's just doing it more often, which is probably the best part. Like he is literally just turning from man into this rock, and he literally like he can
Time.
Okay.
He's not the Hulk.
I did consider Kumbhakarna.
You should have considered him more.
But he's. I don't know. The thing isn't lazy. Anyway.
Okay, the next one is probably the most obvious one that I've chosen.
Interesting.
So I feel like you may have chosen this as well.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe though, actually. I don't know. So Wolverine is the next character.
Yep.
Which
god did you...
Oh yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
So I picked Darji.
Yep.
Because
the claws.
Yeah.
Oh, but I had such good ideas. Right, her teleport was going to be him jumping on them. Yeah. Fine.
So we're going to have 20 seconds. Oh, yeah, no. The ult, the power layer was going to be the Avengers Tower, Adam.
Yeah. I know.
Right.
It's so good. Okay.
Right. Okay,
I had the same idea as you. Don't say how good it was to me.
20 seconds to pick a new god in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm considering that one, actually.
Are you? You're considering that one,
actually,
are you?
Yes. I might just get all out here.
Don't sound so confident. No. Stop sounding confident.
Yeah, I'm going for it, I think. Time. What's your pick? Fenrir.
Suck it. I considered Fenrir.
Okay,
I'm going back to Circuit.
Circuit. Right, okay, okay. So I have 15 seconds for Fenrir.
Your 15 seconds. Yep, it's going to be 15 this time.
Mm-hmm.
In 3, 2, 1, start.
Like, it's a more human version of Fenrir, right? And Wolverine still has the mannerisms of a wolf, just he's in the shape of a human. That's not anything bad about that. Like, everything he does is literally going to be wolf-like, like Fenrir. It already fits him. He jumps onto the ally. He jumps onto enemies. Right. 15 seconds for Saket. 3, 2, 1, go.
First of all, Circuit's already got her 2 blades that will just then be 6 blades, 3 on each hand for the knuckles. And also for the ult, when she like jumps on someone, she'll get on their back and then stab them in the shoulders, like you see Wolverine do quite a lot.
Done.
Okay, you have 10 seconds to rebuttal or refine your idea. Ooh, rebuttal or refine. I'm proud of that. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, but Saket is more agile. Like, Wolverine isn't this kind of agile thing. He is literally like a wolf. He is vicious. Fenrir is literally this character. Like, he is literally a vicious wolf. Your 10 seconds is in 3, 2, 1, go.
Wolverine is not a vicious wolf. He's human. Fenrir is an animal. Also, Circuit is very animalistic in her nature, so it kind of makes sense. This is not enough time. This is terrible.
I think it just it more so just gets rid of the fact that we could be arguing about this for so long. It just
we could go 10 minutes on each of these skins, I'm sure.
Yeah. So that was the 4th one. The 5th character is Spider-Man.
Spidermans.
Does whatever a spider can. Adam.
Correct. Yes. I have chosen Ratatoska.
Ratatoska. Interesting. I think I see where you're going with that. I have actually chosen a better suggestion.
Well, we'll see.
Of Chernobog.
Okay. Okay. My idea's better, but okay.
No.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see.
It is there.
15 seconds on the clock for Ratatoska as Spider-Man. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, first thing, this is more Spider-Man from the game slightly, because for his flurry, he would jump up into the air and do like the web everyone attack that he does in that game. Also, through the cosmos, he would swing between buildings every time you click on a different place.
Done.
Also, okay. Chernobog time. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
First of all, he's more human-like. That's the Spider-Man look. Secondly, his basic attacks would literally be him flinging spider webs out of his wrist like Spider-Man does, and he'll also keep spider webs on his allies for his passive. His ult, he literally goes up into the air and.
Ha!
God!
For his ult, he does nothing. Also, I will point out for the people at home, only judge the skins based on what we said, because it's very predictable, obviously, what
I don't know, though.
Danny was about to say.
Like, I mean, in terms of how they do it in movie fights and Screen Junkies, they also like do it based on thing. Like, I think the competition is both what we say and also, like, it also revolves around our pick, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, like, and our pick is part of the competition. So, yeah, maybe I don't know. Pick whatever.
Yeah, but it's the idea that you put forward in your time. So don't judge that based on what you think he was about to say.
That time is more to solidify the idea rather than to make a concept. But
okay.
I don't know.
Anyway,
do whatever you want.
Next,
vote for whichever.
Next thing. It's my turn again.
It's your idea. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
He's a Spider-Man. He can be on all fours a lot of the time, running around. Also, what you were going to say about Chernobog's ult, it's one solid glide. He doesn't swing between things. Okay, this could get very heated. If I'm glad it's only 10 seconds, because I would start shouting. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
His ult, he literally, yes, it might not be the different things, but he literally just grabs onto someone with a spider web and just pulls himself towards him. It was so empowering to do. Like, he also just, like... God, there's not enough time.
It's really... The time pressure is bad.
I didn't think about the two... The Ratchetosca 2 and the spiderweb thing. That's actually... But
I know.
I just can't get over the fact that Chernobog shooting out spiderwebs from his wrists.
Yeah, I consider the range attack god, but Rat's ult just worked so ridiculously perfectly.
Sure.
And the rest of his kit worked too.
Right.
Okay.
Final character. The final character and the one that we're also probably going to have to say goodbye to in the next movie is Captain America.
Spoilers for the film that isn't out yet.
Captain America.
A classic.
It's mine. Am I going to reveal first, right?
You were the last one to talk, so which probably means you went first last time.
No, that means I went last time.
Oh yeah, that is how that works.
So my vote for this one, this was kind of a risky one. I went for Izanami.
Ooh.
Because he's dead. No, I'm joking.
Just pick the dead one. I picked Zeus. For reasons that are probably fairly clear by now.
Okay. No, but...
Okay.
Oh.
Your 15 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Her basic attacks literally come back to her. He can literally have mini shields being pushed out. Like instead of just having one big shield like Zeus has, why not mini shields? Right? Throwing it over. Plus, you can make a big deal about the fact that he's dead and you know, his army's going to be... Because he's literally dead. You can make a meme.
Just throwing thousands of mini shields. Also, I don't know if meme potential is a thing that this should be based on.
That exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally down to the specific person on how they want to vote. Like, if you want to vote for the idea, great. If you want to vote for the one that we say better, great. If you want to vote for the meme material, great. Right, you have 15 seconds to explain why ever Zeus is better than Captain America and his army. 3, 2, 1, go.
First of all, he stands there with a shield the whole time. But second of all, his chain lightning, the shield would bounce between enemies because the shield bounces between enemies when he throws it. And third of all, lightning storm, he would summon the helicarrier. Boom. Okay, you have 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Zeus has already got an American skin, so there's no point of him having any more. Why would the shield be bouncing between enemies when it's just in one place on the ground? Like, how would that work? And secondly, what the hell is helicarrier doing pushing down anything? 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
The helicarrier is shooting people because it does that. And I've forgotten your idea, but it was bad, and you shouldn't vote for it. What was your idea?
Is an army?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I wasn't wrong.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show how bad your idea was, that all you could do was say, you're bad. So...
What? No, your idea was so bad I forgot about it.
No, you're bad. That's how you forgot about it. Right. That is that end section.
That was really intense. I need to lie down. Jesus.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. We should do a lot more. That was really fun. Those.
Yeah.
I've had that idea for a while, but I thought that was the best way of doing it. But I thought there's no
I feel like a way of having us both blind. Nah, I don't know whether the blind into it was better than the preparation. I don't know. It's a good idea, though.
Yeah. Sweet. Right. So that is all we've got time for. This was a very long podcast. This was approaching 2 hours.
I'm out of breath just from arguing about skins.
Christ. Whoever you thought won as well, each round or overall, comment it. Or if I've got a poll, do the poll.
I think there'll be a poll.
Maybe. And thank you for listening. Quick thing about SoundCloud. Over the past couple of weeks, we've realised that SoundCloud actually costs quite a bit of money to actually put a ton of stuff on. You can put 3 hours for free on.
We can put 2 podcasts up.
2 podcasts, and that's the lot.
I mean,
so
we could keep the 2 most recent ones up. Sorry, that was a...
No. So SoundCloud is not an option. I think what we're going to try and potentially do is find some other way for you to download the podcast, right? So so SoundCloud would be there primarily, I think, to be able to download it. So we'll find a better way for you guys to download podcasts in the future, instead of having to listen to them on YouTube. So that is
good.
That is good.
Yes.
Excited for season 6, and
excited for everything. It's been an exciting 2 weeks. Well, it's been an exciting 2 hours learning about the last 2 weeks.
And really, it's been the last day. Like, all of this stuff is from the past day. It's been crazy. Right.
Really? You've had a busy day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get lost and take care.
Bye-bye.